pretty good here. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
music. Alright, you should be alive.
Okay.
Just give me a countdown when you're ready.
Okay. Timing's a bit weird, so it's gonna be a tiny bit inaccurate, just so you know. Okay.
That should be fine.
Hello, I'm that one guy, _NNN. And I'll just get started. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Catbird. It's a mobile game where you walk and glide. Except I'm emulating it on my PC. So yeah. Just a bit of a warning, I'm pretty tired, so... Okay, I didn't get that. Got that in my PB. So, yeah, doesn't matter. But, yeah. This game is pretty heavily cycle-based. So, a lot of the skips in this game are just getting the cycles faster. Or, the rare occasion, slight, like, movement tricks that allow you to go faster through the level. Most levels have a cycle in some way, shape, or form. However, some do not. Just a warning, I am pretty tired. So, my commentary and most likely my gameplay will be affected by that. I practiced this trick for like... God damn it. Sorry about that. I'm just frustrated because I practiced this trick like for 15 freaking minutes. Just so I wouldn't fail it. Just to fail it, dude. It's frustrating. So... yeah, I expect this run to be pretty bad because, like I said, I'm tired. I really don't expect this to PB unless my last word is absolutely amazing. Which, knowing my record when it comes to the last word of this game, it's not. So, in this level we do something slightly different. We kind of jump, which allows us to fall faster. So yeah, so we're going to take an intentional death here, because this allows us to make a cycle without literally dying, because... So your choices are either die in game or... Oh my god, dude, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. What the... Dude, what the... Told you this run was going to be bad. Probably didn't believe me, did you? Because I have second freaking place. Yeah, don't be surprised if I get frustrated because dying in this category is really annoying. Because, yeah, I'm used to freaking individual worlds where you don't die at all and everything is pixel perfect. Well, not pixel perfect, but you get the idea. It's pretty perfect. Not freaking all worlds where you can take a few deaths and still get a pretty decent time. So... yeah, that's just my mindset when it comes to all worlds. Or when it comes to this game, generally. And also, it's weird, because generally Mart is one of my better worlds when it comes to all worlds, not, hopefully every other world. Okay, so... yeah. Most of my commentary is just going to be me going on tangents and not actually explaining any... You gotta be... This game's using macros against me. Oh yeah, the instant resetting thing that I've been doing, that's not possible in iOS, or not possible easily. Just gonna take it slow, because I know this run isn't gonna PB at this point, dude. I just had 6 deaths, and it's not even the end of the first world. It's not gonna PB. If it PBs, then I'm literally gonna quit Cappered. Okay, so that level, I'll actually explain something for once. Beginners actually have a hard time with it, except it's one of those levels where it's kind of hard to learn, but easy to master situations. And also, it's pretty easy to fall off of here, but people just overreact how far you actually need to go, because one thing the creator needs to learn is saw hitboxes, because they suck in this game. They're like 1 box, even though the actual thing takes up 4 spaces. I've messed around with Stencil, I don't even know how he did that. I don't even know how that's physically possible for him to do that, unless he did something really stupid. Okay. So now we're heading on to the first boss, and now this is really hard, so I'm gonna need my full attention for this. Oh my god, I almost died. So yeah, that's the end of Marta. Let's hope that the rest of the run doesn't suck like that. So now we're going on to Grassy. You can tell it's called Grassy because it's made of grass. Unlike most platformers where the grass world was actually first, Capra decided to make the grass world second, so I really don't know what I'm doing, okay? Watch every other world be perfect except for Marta. Dude, I would quit Capert if that happens. So this level has a really hard cycle that has like 5 frame perfect inputs. Guess who sucks at frame perfect inputs? Yes, that's me, alright. Like I can do them, just not well. I don't think I've ever speedrun a game that had frame perfect tricks. This game has a 2 pixel perfect trick. A trick that requires 2 pixels, which isn't a glitch, by the way. It actually pretty much is a glitch. What am I saying? I don't do it in the run because we skipped that level already, so you don't have to worry about it. There's one other technique like that, but it is so hard it's not worth it. Like, I've never pulled it off, and it's not because it's hard, it's because I've never tried. So, yeah. One thing about Grassy is that there's a lot of really hard cycles. So, if you love making really hard cycles, then you should probably speedrun Grassy. If you don't like making really hard cycles, then you shouldn't speedrun the game. I actually think... No, I'm trying to think if there is a world that... Now that I think about it, I don't think any of the worlds in this game don't have really hard cycles at world record pace. But if you really just, like, don't want to do any hard tricks, then speedrun Winda, because Winda has literally no hard tricks in the entire run, except for 1, and possibly 2 more if I decide to go back to it. Which I do plan on going for it after I get a good time in Grassy. So that was cool. Nice. Okay, so this is Vertigo. This is a vertical level. There's another vertical level, but it's an Australian vertical level. For those who don't get what that means because you don't understand meme culture, that just means that it goes downwards instead of up. I'll tell you when we get to the Australian vertical level. So, I forgot that there's this trick called flutter shoving or flutter pushing. I call it flutter pushing because I'm not a... I don't know. However, I don't do it because it's really hard on emulator. Because, like, I can't get it consistently on emulator. That's the one disadvantage. I run it way more on emulator, but I also don't know how to flutter shove on emulator. It's probably just a matter of relearning it, which is why I'm running Grassy. Because one advantage of learning is that then I actually get better at all worlds, and I could possibly take the world record. Probably not, though, because Mr. Uppercase T's run is really good. I also don't use it. I also kind of like running this game without a timer because it actually makes the run feel shorter than it actually is. So if I ever actually take this run seriously, I might try to get another monitor so I can like set the timer over there. So I don't really think about the time because I feel like I do better when I don't have a timer. Oh yeah, here's the Australian vertical level. There's a really hard cycle, so I make this that cycle light, which I just did. For any of you who know the anime Made in Abyss, that's literally how the entire series goes. That's my Made in Abyss speedrun, done in 15 seconds. What the freaking heck? Dude, I'm gonna get banned from this because I said freaking heck. Heck. What the heck did I just do? Did you see that? I should get a reward for doing that. Someone clip that and send it to Glad Jonas. Or speedrun fails. Or, wow, that was smart. I went from being amazing at the game to literally being the worst player of all time. Whoop. I'm gonna post this and people are gonna be like, oh my god, your run sucks. Oh yeah, here's Mad Totems. This is the one boss in the game that's actually kind of difficult, so I'm gonna concentrate. So I took a slightly slower cycle because I kind of don't want this run to suck. Despite how much I say it's gonna suck, I kind of don't want it to suck. So now we're on the window. You can tell because there's wind. This is the world I was telling you about that has no hard tricks. I was just about to say that you shouldn't die in the world, right as I died. So that's already... I'm also pretty sure we only had one death in Grassy. Yeah, we had one death in Grassy, which is pretty good, actually. I will admit that Grassy is actually pretty good for being this tired, and for, in my opinion, Grassy being my worst world. Especially compared to the fact that it's currently the only world I don't have a world record in. Sad face. I actually never had a world record in Grassy. I've had 3rd place. I used to be like 7 seconds behind Mr. Uppercase T, who was the god of the game before I actually decided to take this game seriously. I think I officially became the god of the game when I got Marta any percent record. Which I plan on... Oh my freaking god, dude. I'm surprised that, like, the reset glitch is banned, which, I mean, obviously, fucking sorry. Dude, this game uses macros. In my personal defense, I'm really tired right now. And I kind of usually don't die 10 times in an All Worlds run, so... In my defense, usually my All Worlds run are actually good. Also lag, I love lag. Actually, something I should have. It's probably. I already know. Never. Freaking heck. That would actually be an interesting time save if that actually works. I might investigate that. That would be a weird time save, though. And it probably doesn't work because the game's coded in a certain way or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I died here in my PB. Lost like 10 seconds, so let's not die here. Whoa, dude. Literally best player in the game. Can't wait to do my next run. Because maybe my next run won't be completely bad. What the heck? I don't even know if I'm playing the game right now. I feel like my fingers are just doing actions that my brain tells them to do. And my eyes are just not doing anything. No, actually, it's not even my brain. It's just my eyes telling my eyes grew a brain is now telling my fingers to do certain actions, which completes the game at a certain rate. You can tell how big their brain is because they just died. I should use that excuse anytime I die in a speedrun. My eyes made me do it. My eyes are sending signals to my fingers to do certain actions. Not my brain. I'm pretty sure I died on this level once in an All Worlds run, so you can make fun of me for that, because this level's easy. I would try to prove it to you by doing a blindfolded run, but I can't prove it, because I don't feel like turning on my camera. I decided to go get one drink, and I almost died. That's a bumper cancel. You just jump before you actually get bumped. Kinda like saves time. Specifically 0.5 seconds if I remember correctly. But then I found a time save that saves like 0.1 seconds over the previous run, but I don't do it because it's actually really stupid. So this is another level that has a flutter shove in it, but no one does it because it sucks. I also just realized I'm pretty sure in Spike Bite the spikes are in front of the box, whereas in that level the spikes are behind it. Might be wrong though, might be wrong. But it could also be 100% correct. And it just exposed a creator for being lazy. So I remember I was gonna do like 25 no resets of Catbird. My first run where I was gonna do it, I died like 20 times in this level and gave up. Because that's the problem with doing no resets of this game. They're good until you keep dying on one level, and then it's just frustrating. It's no longer fun. Like, the category itself is pretty fun. It's just not when you die in the same level 500 times. So here's Big Bear. I would give this the easiest boss, but then I remember that the World 1 boss exists. So I really don't need to concentrate. Now that I said that, I'm gonna die on the boss, aren't I? I remember when I was grinding this category for the world record, I actually died on this boss because I jumped too early when he shot the big ball at me. That's an actual thing. I wish I could show it off, but then again, I kinda don't want the run to 100% suck. So because I don't want to run the 100% suck, I'm gonna not do the hard strat. Alright, so I have to do a bit of menuing. So you have to skip a cutscene, skip another cutscene. Then you have to enter Zipsa. Okay, cool. That was pretty good menuing. So this is Zipsa. This is my personal favorite world. And that's because I have the world record in it. I actually had, this was my first world I had world record in. I beat the world record by 3 seconds, I think, and now I beat it by 5. And now I plan on beating my current world record by about 3 seconds. So I can get the second sub 5. Not the second, but the first for this world, but the second world to get sub 5. Because Winda and Grassy are never getting sub 5. Just in case, because knowing me, anything is freaking able to happen. Dude, I lost so much time in this world, it's actually possible for me to PB if I just play this world completely perfectly. Okay, so there's this trick. And of course I didn't get it. Of course I freaking practice it. Get it every time in practice, and then when I actually get in the, and then when I actually go in the marathon, I fail it. Perfect sense, mate. Oh yeah, Zipsa also has electricity, and if you look really closely, you can notice that the electricity actually isn't connected. It's distracting once you see it, but I've learned to just deal with it. I shouldn't have said it, because I'm actually kind of distracted by it now. Gang gang. No, 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 oh my god, dude. I might just skip this level, because this is the one reason I don't freaking like this world. Because this level exists. And because someone by the name of Mr. Uppercase T decided, you know what, let's freaking make a fast cycle for this world, and let's make it suck. That's his exact words. He was like, let's make a fast cycle, and let's make it suck. This level also has a fast cycle, which should be easy, but obviously, because I'm running Zipsa and all worlds run, literally every level must suck. That's literally a requirement that the universe made, that any time I do Zipsa and all worlds run, it must suck. Just as a comparison, I'm pretty sure my PB, my Zipsa is like 6:14, whereas my PB is 5:02. Just so you get an understanding. Everything else is like 10 seconds compared to my PB, whereas that is 1 minute. So yeah, I'm pretty mad about that. It could have been world record if it was like, yeah, I think that actually would have world record if it wasn't for the fact I suck at Zipsa when it comes to all worlds. Don't know why I went for that. It saves like 1 second. What the? I'm done. I just want to finish this freaking run, dude. I honestly just want to finish this run at this point. I really don't care about it. It's not going to PB. Freaking told the main dude behind this marathon that this run was either going to completely suck or freaking PB. And I really wanted the PB. Well, guess I'm gonna have to grind the hell out of all worlds. Yay. Really don't want to do that. Because knowing me, I'm gonna make one minor mistake and just be like, oh, reset. I'm just gonna freaking be fierce on fire and Fearsome Fire in freaking Super Mario Odyssey. If you get that joke, then you probably just got the haha funny noises. Okay, we're on to the final level. If I die, I'm literally gonna just, like, not live anymore. Because I'll literally be done with my life if I die at this boss. I would put this boss at the second hardest, but if it was an actual difficulty scale, it would not be that. It would be, like, somewhere in the middle between Big Bear and, Mad Totems. Because it's not that hard. Boss difficulty order, in my opinion, is Mad Totems, Spiderweb, Big Bear. Yeah, that should be good. I can just move into the center. Okay, timing ends when I hit the portal. And time. So, what time did I get? Need to actually check Twitch.
25:13.
25:13, really? I kind of don't want to believe that, but okay.
You can time it again.
Actually we use a different timing method, so I think that would be like a 25:10, which is insane. I honestly thought this was gonna be like a 28.
Looks like it was pretty good.
I mean,
so we have one more run. So.
Yeah, I should get a decently good time on that next run though.
Sounds good. Is this run also 16 by 9? Is this run also 16 by 9?
No, it's like, how do I describe it? It's like a square.
4 by 3.
I guess that. Do you want me to set it up for you so you can see it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start setting that up. I'm gonna exit out of Catbird. I'm gonna. Takes a little bit because I have to load something up and then load another thing. It's not that bad. Oh heck yeah, 0 drop frames. One second, let me do a bit of cropping for you. Yeah, I think this is 4 by 3.
Okay, that's definitely 4 by 3.
Okay. You see it?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm definitely not going to PB this because I'm going to do a trick. I'm not going to do a trick because it's really hard. And would not be marathon safe. So, are you going to tell me when I can start?
I'm still copying. Hold on.
Okay.
We'll change the information as we go.
Okay. So, should I just start or?
Yeah, go ahead. Just count me down whenever.
Okay.
You reset the time report.
This game's also weird like the last one. So the timing will be a bit off, but it shouldn't matter because this isn't going to PB.
Alright.
Okay.
Just count down when you're ready.
Okay. So. Okay. Stretching a bit. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Blim. This is a Flash game. This also has a glitch category, but no one runs it. It's a pretty basic platformer. I have the world record in 80%, by the way, of 11 minutes, 49 seconds. By the way, you're not going to be seeing that today. I can already tell you that. Also, you go in blocks. That's the main puzzle aspect of this platformer. So it's a puzzle platformer, except obviously as a speedrunner, you know all the puzzles. And the first skip is coming up. It's called level 5 skip, because I don't think we actually came up with a skip for it. And I failed it. What the crap? I don't understand. Okay, it usually doesn't take that long to get that trick, okay? I don't know what's going on. Probably because I'm tired as heck. But yeah, that's level 5 skip. You just perform a really tight jump. I usually get it like first or second try, so yeah. Usually is not that bad. But yeah, World 1's pretty easy. It's a grass world, so of course it is, because if you've played any platformer that isn't capped, you'll know that the first world is always the grass one. So yeah, there honestly isn't much to tell here. One thing I should know is that just like Capper, this game is also pretty cycle based. So, however, unlike Capper, there's not many instances where you actually use skips to skip cycles. There's 2 levels, and that's in the 3rd world. So now we're in the ice world. There are breakable blocks. However, we do not use breakable blocks in order to use skips. So yeah. So the ice world is, I don't really know how to describe it. I feel like all the worlds are pretty similar when it comes to like what you actually do in them. The only one that's pretty noticeable is World 4, which just has really hard tricks. But like, besides that, I guess besides the late game, World 1 and 2 feel pretty similar. So there's a pretty hard trick here, so let's see if I can get it first try. And I did that too late. Did that in practice too, I also did it too late in practice. Too early. Dude, I don't know what's going on. I'm usually not this bad at games, okay? The world record holder of the most prestigious game Blim would not be this bad at the game. Then again, also remember I really don't run this game anymore. Except for Glitch, which I also really don't run. Okay, wait. Okay. That's a just more consistent way of doing that skip found by Curbs, because Curbs is pretty much No Comment, who was a previous god of this game, but better. Let me tell you a bit of a story about No Comment in this category. So, I grinded this category, and I think I got a time of like 12:41. By the way, I should beat that. Won't 100% confirm it, but I should beat that. Then No Comment came out of nowhere and got 12:24. And I was like, oh boy, that's unbeatable. There's no way anyone can beat that. So I forget why, but I was grinding any percent one day, and I got a freaking 12:06 out of nowhere. So yeah, pretty much moral of the story, No Comment sucks at any percent. My theory behind this is he was good at the individual worlds, but I don't think he was consistent enough to run any percent, whereas I'm pretty bad at like optimization, but I am pretty consistent. Also, what you saw right there is a death jump. It is not a glitch because the community says so. If you want to argue with the community, about whether that's a glitch or not, you can join the Blim speedrunning Discord and argue about whether that's a glitch or not, but for the purposes of the speedrun, it's not a glitch. Okay? So, shush. Okay, now we're going on into World 3, where we instantly have a decently hard trick, I would say. Yeah. It's honestly not that hard. It's one of the few tricks of ever that looks harder than it actually is. Most tricks speedrunners make it look easy than it actually is. That's one of the few tricks that looks harder than it actually is. So there's a cycle skip here. I've actually been getting this a lot, and I think I just got it, so yeah, I got it. I don't know why I'm so consistent at that trick, not consistent at the other one, which I find easier, but you never know, dude. So this has a skip, except it's really hard and no one likes it, so yeah. And yeah, PS, if anyone thinks that they can beat my run, go for it, because I kind of want to see someone beat my run, because it's really good. Like, I think not that much could be actually saved from it. So this level also has a tiny bit of a cycle save, but I haven't been getting it at all today. First try, let's go. Now that's what I call a victory royale. Yeah, try to beat my run. There's like, if I remember correctly, only like 7 seconds of time save I can name off the top of my head. It also, actually 8, because I discovered there's apparently 1 second time save in 18 or something, I don't know. But yeah, I would love to see someone beat it. Whether that's some random guy who's watching this right now and just like, wow, this guy's bad at the game, let me beat his speedrun, or whether that's someone in the actual community. I would love to see this run or my PB beaten. Okay, so here's one tunnel skip. Yeah, you just go into the hitbox of the wind tunnel and not the bird. By the way, in my opinion, half the skips in this game are not really skips, they're more like cool movement techniques. But the main person who discovered all these is like, everything's a skip, and we're just like, okay, we don't care. Okay. We pretty much just have to deal with calling literally everything in the game a skip. And that's done with the factory world, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Now we're on to literally hell. Not just figuratively, but literally. I wanted to show every single trick off in the speedrun, but there's one trick that's so hard that when I was practicing, I spent like 2 minutes on that one level. I'm just like, do I really want to spend 2 minutes in one level just to show off one trick? And I was like, no. So yeah, sadly you're not seeing, don't know what the heck that was. I've never done that ever, so yeah, you get to see the many ways you can fail a Blim speedrun. Yeah, you're gonna have to see the intentional way of doing it, but just watch my speedrun if you want to see how you're supposed to do it in a not sucky manner, because you don't know how to do the skip. Don't want to. I'd rather go a bit early than late. So yeah, we get to see death jumping again, right there. Again, it's not a glitch. I don't care what you say. This is the glitchless any %. That was great. So there's a pretty tight cycle that you can make in this level, and now when you think of tight, you think of hard, right? Yeah, this is not that hard. I would say my consistency rate is pretty high with it. For being a trick where if you fail one minor thing, you're probably not getting it. I'm going for a slightly safer route, which only loses me a bit of time. So, yeah, the rest of the levels are just really fast finger menuing, I guess. One thing that Blim and Catbird have in common, besides being cycle-based with no RNG at all, is that they're both really fast when it comes to your fingers, except I would say Blim is a tiny bit faster because you have to use S. It's a minor difference, but still. I don't think I did that right. Yeah, I completely forget if I did that correctly. But I'm 99% sure I didn't. And again, you don't know, I really... So there's this meme jump, saves like 0.5 seconds. Heck yeah, I got the biggest skip in the game. See, I would actually generally, besides for the one skip, which for whatever reason is a pixel perfect trick in the last level, after freaking 11 minutes, this is pretty much the final level if you decide not to do that, because level 39, actually, never mind, why do I say that? Why would I say that? Because that's not true. Most of these levels require some skill. Okay, so we did that part slightly faster than usual. And we did it. Got fast cycle. I'm just gonna go for die not jump because why not? Looks decently cool if I get it. There's a backup if I don't. First try. Yeah, it's pixel perfect. Don't know why I get a first try. And time. Yeah, that was a bit abrupt, I know. Probably should have warned you.
It's all good, I only missed it by a few seconds.
Okay, what's the time?
Knowing that I missed it a little bit late, it was probably more like a 12.
Let me... Wait, let me load up the stream and I can see what it is. There's an ad playing, so I can't see it right now. 12:24. Yeah, that's actually... Yeah, assuming that you're a couple seconds late and that we start 3 seconds after you click 1, that's actually like a 12:19, which beats second place. So that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm done for tonight.
And up next is yours truly, doing Octopath. So
I might stay up a bit later to watch a bit of that.
It's an enjoyable one.
Okay, so that's gonna be it for me. See you later. Bye.
Alright, like I said, the next up is yours truly doing some Octopath Traveler, so get ready for that. Like I said, put some music on for you guys and get that ready for you. Alright, what is going on, everybody? My name is Slow the Demon, and this is Octopath. Real quick, I'm just going to post something real quick. I'll be right back. To post about my name is Slow the Demon. This is Octopath. It's going to be Tressa's single story. I'm going to get right into it. So time starts when I click yes on and choosing Tressa as.
I have just what you need.
Alright, so most part it is it's pretty this is arguably the easiest of the 8 to do. So just got a little bit of kind of dialogue going on here. So all the characters have their own paths, path actions as it's called. Here we're going to learn about Tressa's. Tressa's is known as path action is known as purchase. So we're going, which gives us the ability to buy pretty much anything that were of any talkable NPCs. So here there's apparently some kind of ruckus going on. So we're gonna go check out what's going on. And you know, now all of a sudden these pirates just stole all our stuff. That's not cool. So we're gonna go try and steal it all back. And so, but this merchant dude that we just met, like 2 seconds ago, is stopping us and asking us how we're gonna fight him. So he sells us a sleep weed, and we're gonna put that sleep weed into this barrel of wine. And we're gonna go give it to all the pirates, and they're gonna take a nice nap, and then we're gonna go in and steal all the stuff, all the things. So here we're going to learn a bit about a mechanic of the game. We can break this enemy. It is faster just to attempt to run, but it do run the risk of not landing that run. Just give me 1 second. I am pulling out my notes.
Ready or not, here I come.
I was caught by surprise. That's fine. So obviously getting caught by surprise. This was like the best enemy to get caught by surprise though. So you can kind of do its you can use a BP point. So what is BP is known as boost points. It's where we can kind of boost our damage, or we can either boost our damage or make it where we can do multiple hits. Boost does a lot of different things. Okay, so this is a fight we can't really break, so we're gonna just have to try and run away from it. Thankfully, we got away from it first try though. That can take quite a few tries sometimes, and you can just I've seen, and even myself have gotten very, very unlucky with those runs. So it is very easy to not get away there. It's actually it is not faster to skip that cutscene. It's just faster just to mash that out, and I feel like I caught myself before. Right, so got all these pirates sleeping, so we're gonna just kind of run past them. So we hope that our first encounter is a pirate. So because the pirate means that that he's asleep. There are other enemies that we can encounter here. Oh, what the heck? Why did that not kill? Oh, should kill. That's okay. That should have killed. Oh, I probably don't have the wolf spell on. I do have the wolf spell on. Okay. I must have just not. Must not have got all the charges. I must have only got a 2 charge. That's fine. It's only a little bit of time loss.
Here I come. Here I go.
Okay, so we grab that Thunderstone there, and we're gonna get up here. Wow, you're getting really unlucky with these encounters. Thankfully, they're all been pirates. Well, I surprised my foes, despite them already being asleep. So I did not need the preemptive there. Thank you, game though. Thank you though, game.
Now, let's get down to business.
So we're gonna do 2 Seer Strikes on that guy. We're gonna do a bow onto this guy. So, and here we're gonna take a 3rd turn to heal real quick.
My turn now.
Not just because we need it, but also just because we need to burn a turn anyway.
What to do?
So we're not getting the best turns here, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, we should be fine to do this here. We don't really have. We have a pretty low chance of dying here. Should have saved just in case. But we did get a turn before getting killed, so it's not that big of a deal. So now we're going to do a max trade wins onto this guy. That will break him, and it'll set up for pretty much getting the kills here. If we're lucky, we can get a turn before he hits us, but we didn't get there, unfortunately. That's okay. So, but now we're set up to max trade win here and then take him down. It's a pretty simple, straightforward fight. Not really too much to talk about. So here, now that we've beaten up all the pirates, now they're going to go ahead and give back the loot, and so kind of as a reward, this merchant that we have met for like all but like 2 minutes is going to give us a reward. We're going to get this journal that is going to set Tressa in motion for her to kind of learn who she is or learn what she wants to do and stuff like that. So we're going to be traveling across the world and having Tressa kind of learn who she really is, and what she really wants in life. Kind of taking kind of a journey of trying to figure out who she is. That's personally why she's kind of like so far she has been my favorite character by far.
Step right up. My
Okay, so
Here I go.
there is one enemy that we are going to be looking out for, and that is known as the Kate, or a cat. It's a little cat that looks a little thief. They give us a lot of experience and a lot of job points.
Step right up.
But we don't want to get them until we get our second party member. So if we see one while
Let's do this.
while we only have Tressa, then we're not going to take the fight. And those fights typically run away anyway, so it's pretty 50-50. If you land it, I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly sure what the run rate is on that. Alright, so when we're here though, we want to see frogs because they're pretty much easy. They're pretty much the only enemies that that Tressa can break. She can't break the ants and she can't break the pigs. It's kind of ironic that she's pretty much the the one that wants to see the frogs. Oh, there's the Kate, as I was talking about before. That does not bode well for us, though. That means that whoa, that was a rare one. They usually flee like that. So that was a rare case. We got to actually see it attack.
Let's do this. What to do?
Yeah, I've never seen them actually attack. I didn't even realize they even had an attack ability. But those guys get wield a lot of experience and a lot of they wield a lot of experience and a lot of JP if you kill them. So we end this fight around. I mean, we end this run about level, I think like 13 or 14, if I remember correctly, or 15, something like that. And those guys will give us experience to be like pretty much at that level. So that just shows you how much they can give, how much experience and how much JP they can give you. So here we just need to get through here.
Ready or not?
This is a pretty good
Here it
encounter.
comes. What to
Not
do?
a good, not a good turn order.
Now,
Let's do this.
That's okay. Good turn order is to get Cyrus being first turn, but it's kind of, as far as I know, it's kind of RNG who goes first. So we need 2 encounters here. That's one of them. We need another encounter, which we will get. If we don't, then we'll force it. Which we did get the encounter. Okay. So let's see. Oh, we were caught by surprise, unfortunately. That's not that big of a deal. It's unfortunate. He even got another turn. How rude. This guy is very rude. Okay.
Let's do this.
So we only need 2 level 2s here, but since we got caught by surprise, we did have the chance to use level 3. So here it's kind of telling us that we can learn abilities. Once you get to 30 JP, you can start learning abilities. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're actually going to learn the first ability of the game that is going to be pretty much the main damage source of the entire run, which is Hired Help. We're going to be using this quite a bit through the run.
I don't think this one will listen to reason.
So pretty much, you're gonna kind of see what we're going to be doing through the most of the run, which is we're going to break the enemy, do some damage, and then
Let's do this.
so we got to collect. That's very good.
Think not.
So we're gonna basically break them and then just do an all-out attack. That's just going to basically wipe them out.
What to do?
Um,
I'll get my money.
So we're gonna use Bandit here, and Bandit will pretty much annihilate him here. Even if you forget to learn Hired Help, which I've done a couple times, this fight's still not that hard. You just kind of have to spam magic, basically. And he goes down pretty quickly. I think one of my PBs actually had that. Was when I was actually still kind of learning this game. I'm still fairly new-ish to it, but the run's fairly easy. At least I would say. Alright, so we're coming up to the end of Cyrus's storyline here, but first we're going to scrutinize this little girl because our scrutinization knows no bounds. So this is Cyrus's path ability. His path ability is known as scrutinize. It's where we can gather information about characters, maybe information for a quest maybe, or even we might even hear something about like a hidden item, which is mostly what's routed out here. So we didn't get an encounter here. That's fine. We do need a little bit more JP. We need to get a total of 130 JP onto Cyrus here. So we did get an encounter here. We did get ants, which is fine. Since now that we have hired help, we can just kill these guys easily. So ants are a really good encounter to see. These guys give really good experience, really good JP. I mean, unlike frogs that give barely any JP. So here we're hoping to see something that is not owls, and we're also looking to not get caught here, caught by surprise. So I mean, frogs are fine. Means I still have to make up for the JP, but I can take this. I can take this very much so.
Not bad. A passing.
So I've made 18. So I'm still a little bit short, I believe. So I need one more encounter. Hopefully I can get maybe some ants or something here. Possibly a pig. Be great. Frogs are not going to cut it, so that means I'm going to need one more encounter. So I'm not going to fight this actually, I'm just going to run away. I'm going to see if I can force another encounter here. There we go. The game is determined to give me frogs, so...
What is the logical course of action?
What to do?
So we're going to force another encounter here. Hopefully we can... not get... Okay, I guess we're only getting frogs here, even though there's definitely more here than frogs.
Here I go.
Oops.
I'll get my money's worth. You got more than you bargained for.
So I don't think I still have enough, do I? 26, nope. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to force one more, and thankfully I got that Russell. There we go. Thankfully I got, oh, now I get the ants when I just need literally anything. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal, it's just annoying.
I'll get my money's worth.
Alright, so
Time to close up shop.
alright, so with that we're gonna get donate BP, and then we're going to get Firestorm and Blizzard. Mainly just need to learn 2 abilities so we can get support skills. These 2 support skills are going to really help out with the run. Evasive maneuvers is going to lower our encounter rate. So now we're going. Basically, we should be able to, as long as we don't get really low ceilings on these step counts, we should most of the time make full rooms without having to go into any other. Right there, like, or if you don't make a mistake like I just did there. Hopefully we should make it. Okay, cool, we did make it. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead, enter and exit that grotto there, just to reset our step count. So how the step count works in this game is every room has a random amount of steps until you get an encounter, as you'll see through the run. So we're basically coming here just to kind of tag tag the town here because we're going to come back here and grab that. That's going to be our third member, that is Haunted. But for now, we're going to be doing some more exploring. We need to grab a few items for the next bit of the run, so we're going to come through here.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Alright, well, if I had Thunderbolt, I could
Here
probably
I go.
break these guys, but definitely a bad encounter to get.
What to do?
Running the first time saves about 4 seconds over braking. You lose about 1 second if you have to go for second try over braking. So, but that's not that big of a deal. We're gonna grab this chest here. We're gonna do a lot of grabbing chests and such through the run here. So now we're going to grab this over here. We're going this over here. We're going to go ahead and grab the warrior class. So once we grab the warrior class, it's about a 20-ish minute. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, 20-ish minute, that's not bad. Alright, so here we're going to walk, we're going to go up here, up and around. Oop. And bonk into the wall, but that's okay. Just meant I wasn't holding up left enough. So here we're going. Another thing that resets encounters your step count is saving and quitting. So that's exactly what we're going to do here to reset our encounter rate. Because if we where we're trying to go, if we try to go, we will get an encounter. Does not matter how high your ceiling is, you will get an encounter. So you do need to save and quit there. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to go grab the merchant secondary job class. So I guess I can explain a little bit of what secondary job classes are. Secondary job classes are essentially other characters can basically have the job classes of other characters. So for example, I could give this to Cyrus, and Cyrus will not only have the abilities of a scholar, but will also have the abilities of being like a not only will he have abilities of being a scholar, but he also have the abilities of being a merchant. Or for example, with the knight, I could also give him the knight one, and he will be the have a warrior. Sorry, he'll have abilities of being a warrior. So we're going to give that. So basically, it's more like you have 6 job classes rather than having 4 in your party. Basically, we're not going to spy. We're going to scrutinize, because scrutinizing little girls wasn't bad enough. We're gonna also scrutinize old men for the sake of speed. So we're gonna grab that for another large for Thunderstone L, which is going to be something used during the run. So here we're going to go up here, and now we're going to be kind of getting to the kind of what I like to call the Monka S area. we're in a very high level area at like level 4. So calling it the monk-ass level area kind of is fitting in my opinion. So we're gonna grab that chest and then we're gonna immediately go back to reset our encounters. And then we're gonna go back in. And then we're going to come down here and around. Grab that 20,000. So we need a lot of money in this run, if you couldn't guess. Like a lot of money. Oop. So I need to do another save and quit here. I apologize, we were level 7. But either way, we're like in a level, like I said, we're in a level 40 plus area at level 7. So you can imagine that we are. It's a bit of a scary area. Thunderstone. So we grab the Thunderstone L here, and then we're going to head on over here to the Grand Port. Hopefully, we don't get an encounter. You can still get an encounter there if you have a very low ceiling. I've had it happen to me a couple times. But we're going to tag it, and then we're going to immediately leave. And so here we're going to go over here, head into Lich of the Lost King. So here we're going to come up and around, or at least attempt to. Grab this Windstone L, head up and around and grab this chest, and then we're going to go ahead and fast travel out. And then from here we're going to go ahead and head on up and around. And so we're going to do a little bit of purchasing here. Of things. So, oop, I got a discount. Nice. That will make that. Oh, I got another discount. Oh.
Welcome.
So that'll definitely with the Russell plus both of those discounts. Discounts are 20. I think it's like 25% chance of getting. So getting 2 of them is pretty insane. But that should make up for having to do those extra bandits. So that should more than enough make up for that. Doesn't make up for time, unfortunately, but it does make up for those bandits. So we're gonna grab these chests, and now we're gonna skedaddle. We're going to head over here and we're going to talk with Hana, and we will learn about her stuff. We want her to join, but we don't. But yeah, we have her join, but we don't want her to. Yeah, we don't want to learn. We don't want to watch the intro. That's okay. There's like 3 minutes of it or whatever it is. So I got a really low ceiling there.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunting.
It's kind of a
Now, what next?
an example of getting a really low ceiling. So it's a bit of time loss.
What to do?
That's okay. So So weirdly enough, this run could still possibly PB depending on how the end game goes, but we'll see. I probably should have saved. This fight can be pretty scary,
Beest thy will.
but it's not too bad, usually. Alright, don't kill anybody, please. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Raining arrows up on me.
Let's do this.
Since he's already done his attack, it's kind of pointless to use it, so might as well just save the money.
Oh, ice, here's some fruit.
Okay, I can get away with a collect here, or I can at least attempt to collect a 7% collect. That was a little bit better. That could have been good, but
A gift for you.
if you do land that though, it is 100% worth going for.
Trying this.
And if you don't get it, it's not
Let's do this.
it's not that big of a deal
Won't hold back.
because you don't lose that much time.
Time to close up shop.
So that fight, like I said, can be a bit tricky, but he gave me good RNG, so yeah, I guess gave me good RNG, so I don't really have to worry about it too much.
So
Okay, so from here we're gonna head up and go grab our next party member, which is going to be Therion. He's a
I've done my
fairly
research
easy
on
character, fairly easy.
Here I go.
Not too difficult. Getting okay RNG, I guess, with these. I haven't made that room without at least getting one encounter, so I don't think it's actually possible to. Oops. Okay, I think I took the long path there. That's okay. I did. That got me. It cost me an
I've
encounter.
done my research.
It cost me a lot more time than I. You remember to go right there, not left. Game's really punishing me here. Game is really punishing me for that.
Here I go.
Wow, it is punishing me hard.
My turn now.
There we go. Okay. That's pretty unfortunate, but that's okay. As long as you remember to go to the right, the correct direction, there, it typically won't give you an encounter. I had a really good ceiling. If I just went the correct direction, I wouldn't have gotten that encounter. Okay. Okay, so here we're going to be doing a kind of a super secret sneaking mission here. This is a Metal Gear Octopath right now. go. Oh, I forgot to. Oops. Okay, that counter is 100% dodgeable. I just forgot to do the strat to do it. So hopefully I get away from you. Awesome. Got it. Alright. Didn't get punished though. Thankfully. Yeah, that encounter is 100% dodgeable. I just forgot to save and reload. Oops. So this fight is super easy.
Take this.
So I'm just hoping no one dies here.
Come in, if thou darest. Try and this.
Easy fight.
I honor thee, my quarry.
So you don't want anyone dying there, because if people die, then that means they don't get experience and they don't. So you pretty much essentially, and it's, I mean, if they do die, it's essentially just this minor time loss depending on who dies. But it's pretty rare for people to die in that fight. So, but with that being said, we are done collecting party members, and now we're on to the next area, the next chapter for Tressa. There are 4 total chapters for each character. That's really unlucky.
Step right up.
Hopefully I can get away.
What next?
Cool. That was just bad RNG. It sucks. Happens. I usually wait till the end to walk the rest of it, but I got the encounter way early. So we're gonna head up here. So this game kind of is like, hey, I have business here. And we're like, yeah, I have business here. That's right. So we're going to come up here, and Trissa is very interested in these random rocks. So we're going to purchase these random non-descriptive rocks. And so this guy is freaking out because we're paying him 500 to buy these rocks, but actuality, oh my god, they're actually these things called sky stones. They're very bright and green, colorful, and so we just tripled our profit like a good merchant would. And so what are we gonna do? We're gonna spend all of that. We're gonna put all that money back into buying more items. Because that's exactly what a merchant would do, right? Right. Okay. So, once we do that, we're just going to head up here, buy more. Oop, I was actually supposed to buy that guy's hemstone too. We're going to grab this fool's gold. Almost has examine percent. Okay, so now that we've bought all these sky stones, now we're gonna head back and see if we can sell more of the sky stones. So as we head down here, we're going. And also there's going to be this other random merchant that he's going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to sell these sky stones too, and basically steals all our business. And then all of a sudden now there's this guy that owns this whole place and is like, yo, you can't sell here. And we're like, but why not? So we're going to fight you. And then the other guy gets beat up because he was trying to be Mr. Tough Guy. And so, and then we're like, hey, you can't do that. Only we're allowed to do that. And so now we're gonna go save the guy. That's pretty much what happened right there, exactly to the T. Oops. So I need to do a quick save and load here to avoid an encounter. I personally can't seem to avoid for some reason. So to get up here, and sometimes you still can get that encounter. It is unfortunate if you do. Now we're going to kind of go through here all nonchalant, and then we're going to hit here, and then we're going to reload that save. This is another spot. This gives us a chance to, but if we do get a low ceiling, we do still get a chance to get an encounter here. So hopefully we don't. I'm gonna come back up and around here. Grab this hasty helm because, you know, it's a speed run. We gotta go fast. Insert Sonic jokes here. Alright, cool. We got it here in time. I'm going to save just in case I'm gonna mess up the menu for whatever reason. So we're gonna go to equipment. We're gonna give the hasty helm to Cyrus, and then we're going to work on our secondary jobs here, and we're going to give Cyrus the warrior class, and we're going to teach him 1,000 spheres, and then we're going to give Honnet the merchant class, and we're going to teach her hired help. But we're not going to give Therion anything because his job class is perfect as it is. But we are going to teach him one ability. So I'm going to slowly walk this just in case we get an encounter. If you do walk, you have a less chance of getting an encounter. It does not prevent the encounters, but it does give you a less of a chance to get an encounter. This can be a bad fight.
Take this.
But I'm gonna choose to risk it here. Nope, no, I got it. Oh. Well, okay. Well, I didn't get completely destroyed.
A gift for
This can still be bad, but
I still have so much
I didn't at least just instantly game over.
Let me help. Can't end like this.
I can still go for this.
How about this? My turn. No, you don't. I see. Now, what next?
Okay.
1,000 spheres.
Are you kidding me? Alright, well I have to break here.
Now.
What a joke.
Here. Now, what next? I think not.
Let's do this.
I don't think 3 is going to do it.
I'll get my
Not even close.
What is the logical course of action? 1,000 spheres.
Are you serious? Can you just not be annoying? I think. Which one does it? Well, that was nuts.
Letting the hunt beginning.
My turn now. Try this on for size.
Can't remember if that killed or not.
tasting dilemma.
Oh, I got an extra one. Oh, because I
A gift for
buy for money.
I see.
Okay, well, I guess I can just
Letting
go
the
for
hunt
another.
begin. Letting us put in our coins to work. The hunt ends.
We just submitted 999. Bit of an overkill there. Alright, well I didn't want to use that because that means now I have to make up for 30,000 somewhere. Because the game was a jerk and killed Tressa and Haunted. If it didn't kill both, then it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But he wouldn't just go down with the damage I did on him. Alright, so on to chapter 3 here. And hopefully, hopefully I should still be on money route. We'll see at the end. If I'm not, then there are backups for it, so it's not that big of a deal. So here we're going to be bumping into our good friend, the merchant here. He's going to. We're going to tell about the whole. It's kind of like a map that was this guy was selling. Ends up finding out that it's like to this treasure map. To like his most prized his best friend's most prized possession. So we're gonna go to the forest. We're gonna buy that, and then we're gonna go to the forest no return. So from here, we're gonna come up here. We're gonna pick up this elemental glaive. That's gonna mainly be for selling. Silent bandana, again, just for selling. Are you serious? Are you serious?
I've got better things to do.
And I got caught by. You just couldn't be nice, game. Nope. Couldn't give it. Just couldn't be nice. That is not a possibility.
Sorry.
Classic low ceiling RNG. That's unfortunate. Well, any chances I had at PB are probably dead now. Just because of bad RNG. It can happen though. Are you serious? Oh my god, game.
Standest thou against me?
Okay, that's
Then be
not
hunted.
like a common thing, like
Come
at
in,
all.
if thou
I do not know why it is
I still
deciding that today is the day to troll me super hard.
Sorry.
Like, I'm just getting a low ball ceiling here. I've literally done steps perfectly, at least as perfectly as I can do them. Game is just giving me bad RNG here. Thank you. So, like that was just extremely bad RNG. Again, well, at least I got that first try. So we're gonna talk to we're gonna do that side quest real quick. It's about 4,800. Oops, I forgot to turn in the second part. I forgot to talk to Balthazar. Oh, is it Balthazar? I can't remember. Oh, Balthazar is his friend. Shows you how much I remember the names. I will admit this part was pretty heartwarming. It's a pretty touching moment. Alright, so this next fight, it's a pretty easy fight. It's probably the easiest boss out of all 4 chapters. It's by far the easiest. I'm going to stand right here. Okay, or not. There you go. So again, we're going to reset our encounters. The best way we know how. By saving and reloading. I'm making sure to stand as far left as possible. That way I get as few steps in as I possibly can. I have a lesser chance of getting an encounter. I'm going to save here and just play it super safe here by saving and quitting and then reloading. So here, so this fight's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty easy fight. Weird turn order.
Interesting. Think not. Out of my way.
You just curse this with that.
I see.
Letting the hunt begin.
And then
Here I go.
donate.
For you.
I'm gonna go for 1,000 spears here. So we want to break on this turn and not the previous turn.
Here I go. I'll get my
My turn.
Are we even?
No, you don't.
Letting the hunt begin.
Yeah, I don't have enough here.
A penny penny saved.
Out of my way.
This is interesting.
I see.
That's not what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I definitely agree that the game was definitely designed very well. This is very awkward. I do not know what to do here. I actually have no idea what to do here to make up for the money here. I guess sell it early. Yeah, this time I have to sell a little bit early just to make up the money and grab the 30,000 that I need. From Soulwood. Because I need at least 60,000 and I only had 50,000. So I have no idea how I'm gonna make this up. I know there's a cat's eye. I don't know if that'll make up for it though. For how much I'm missing here. Money in this run is super tight. So all I need to do is just get to 88,000.
Willingly.
My turn. I see.
Letting the hunt begin.
Oops. Ooh, that could have been bad.
What is the logical course? Think not.
What to do? For you.
What is the logical course of action? 1,000 spears.
Out of my way. No, you don't.
My turn now. I'll get my reward.
What next? Coming. Letting us put in our points to work.
Out of my way. What's yours is mine.
What is the logical course? Think not.
Coming, if thou darest. A penny
I'm
saved.
gonna have enough.
What to do?
think I might have. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to finish the run. Oh, now we're done. I do know one backup chest I can grab.
After the final race with Balthazar.
So I have to go grab real quick. The problem is I don't exactly know which one it is, at least in the area. I know where it, like, I know the general area, but I don't know exactly which one it is. So I don't usually have to go for this chest. But if I don't go for this chest, I will not have enough to finish the run. Okay. I can get there without an encounter. I think you can. Or not.
Now, let us hunt him.
And I was caught by surprise, of course I was. That would be my luck.
Now, what next?
And of course I didn't escape.
Sorcery.
Now, what next?
And of course I didn't escape.
Can't end like this.
So much to learn.
I went the wrong way. I forget exactly which ways to Whistlewood. Whisper was this way, yeah. That's what I thought. The heck? Still getting
I've done my
encounters.
research on you.
Come in, if thou
Like,
darest.
please get away.
Sorcery.
You just get one run off. Just one successful run, I can get away from this fight. I can get out of
What's
here.
it do?
Thank you. Stun, that's not. Spend a little bit of time here trying to figure out what the chest is. Because I know of the chest, I just don't know where exactly it is. Since general sword. What is that dang chest? It's sorry about this, guys. I have no idea where this chest is supposed to be. Is this it?
This is the beginning of your end.
It's probably it here. And just, yeah, there it is. Okay, there it is. I'm just an idiot. Don't mind me. Like I said, I don't often go for that chest. So, I don't know the exact spot for it, but it is a backup strat. But I never dared to learn the backup strat because I never needed it. I just knew of it. Need to revive Hornets. So yeah, I was about 10k off, so yeah, I definitely needed that cat's eyes. But I do know where it is for next time though, thankfully. So let's go ahead and finish this run up. This might actually end up going a little bit over estimate. It depends on how the final boss goes. Even with the final boss, it should go fine. I mean, I didn't account for the fact that I was going to get lost trying to figure out where to find the cat's eye. But I mean, my estimate is very, very generous. So I feel like my estimate is pretty generous though. So I might still make it just under estimate. So it comes down to how this final boss goes. Oops. I might be encounter. So not. Also didn't. So we're going to make a save. So let's hope we get perfect Esmeralda here. This could go over estimate if I didn't. Oh my goodness, actually I need to. Okay, so this might go over estimate now because this is going to go over estimate because this is going to take. This load takes forever, and I forgot to learn an ability that is important. So this is going to go over estimate now, only because I forgot that ability. That's okay. We were a little bit ahead. We're just trying to get it back on schedule, Kappa. Like even if we get perfect Esmeralda, this fight is impossible without this ability. So should have saved after learning that ability. So yeah, we're going. So rip estimate. That's okay.
You won't move willingly. Sorry.
You jerk.
Here.
Work.
What is the logical course of action?
Are you freaking serious? Well, I'm probably dead now.
I still have so much to
What next?
Out of my way.
Yeah, I'm definitely dead. No point in continuing this. Just wipe me.
Let him up.
She like killed the wrong. She killed the literal worst person for that.
Sorry.
For that to go bad. If the second one she didn't kill was Cyrus, then that would have been fine. I could have made that work, but she decided to kill Cyrus. So. Alright, we'll give this a couple more shots. If we... Alright. Oh, I need this to break. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for breaking.
Here I go. For you.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Using this.
My turn. No, you don't.
Enjoy the epic music while
I see.
I set up for the kill here. So we did get perfect.
You. I'll get that.
Letting the hunt begin. Coming. Letting us prepare our points to work.
come if you dare.
Now we insight. It's out to get me. Nah, it wasn't. It was mainly my fault. A little bit of RNG, but it was mainly my fault.
Here I go.
It can be bad.
Here.
Let's do this. Won't hold back. Thank you.
Yeah, this is bad. Pretty sure this is bad.
Letting us prepare our points to work.
Yeah, we're dead.
My turn.
Wait. Okay.
Take this.
Wait, we're still dead. Dang, that's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I needed her to not break. That's unfortunate. That was like worst case scenario. Cause I couldn't do double. I needed another turn. And now, wow, the game is just not
Come
being
in,
nice
if
here.
thou darest.
Don't kill Cyrus, please.
Using this.
What is the logical course of action?
That should be fine.
How about this?
I should have tried to attempt to break there, actually.
Let's
now I
do
think about it.
this.
Oops.
For you.
Yes! Here. A thousand spears!
My turn now.
My turn. I see faces.
Letting my arrow fly and true. This will help us.
Now, what next? Come, if you dare.
Let's do
No
this.
dry runs, indeed. I agree.
I'll get it.
No dry runs allowed.
Let's do this. Let me help.
Leave him alive.
Letting the hunt begin.
That's fine. I'm kind of playing this bite here, pretty much, if you couldn't tell.
Come in, if thou darest.
What is the logical course of action? Think not!
Out of my way. No, you don't.
Here I go. Won't hold back. I'll get it.
Out of my way. I see faces.
Now, what next?
Insight.
Come, if you dare.
What to do?
Could just go for a collect here. I don't quite have enough.
Come in,
Seems silly.
if thou darest. Holding back
Guess I
nothing.
shouldn't have gone there. I
Let's
guess I should use the
all
pomegranate.
together.
That's fine.
I still have...
What to do? Let me help.
Come in,
Oh,
if
he had
thou
like he has
darest.
the.
A penny saved.
My turn. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, that's not too bad.
What to do?
Okay, that's bad. 3. Oh my goodness. Just need one of them alive.
Here.
Okay, well, none. I tried to get that to work. I just couldn't get it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go way overestimate here. I'm just gonna mercy kill it because I just got really bad RNG. It's okay. It happens. Up next, we have Octahedron, if I remember correctly. You know, it's just all around really bad luck, but we'll go on to the next run. We got a lot of time, but to the next one, but I'm gonna call it. Hope you guys at least enjoyed what you guys got to see. Yeah, there was not much left of the run. It was just going to be just going through a few cutscenes, and then that was it. But I pretty much showed you as much as that fight is. It's pretty much just trying to pull off a bunch of veteran soldiers.
Hello, there I am. Sorry about that. I was away getting set up. Okay. Yeah. Streamlabs, please, why are you deciding to update right before my run? Yeah. Yeah, I probably should be using OBS Studio anyways. It's really just the fact that this is the first thing I use. But yeah, it's definitely Streamlabs OBS is definitely slower. Yeah, it's on. Oh. No. Yeah. I thought I had removed my alerts from this particular reference, but okay. No, I'm just talking about Streamlabs OBS. I have delete, remove. Okay, removing my alerts. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that. Awkward. Right here. Paste. Okay, pasted the stream key in. Should I start up?
audio from my actual headphones, as in game audio and everything.
This game is 16 by 9, right? That's correct, right? 16 by 9?
Yes.
Okay. Just double check.
Next game, however, is 4x3.
Gosh, gonna make me change things. Gosh. That's fine. Well, at least your run won't go over estimate like mine did.
It's funny because my estimate was 107, correct?
Yeah, it's still 107.
My practice run was 106.58, or 106.57.6. And then my V6 practice run was a 17:02.4 RTA.
Hello?
Hello?
So basically, I went 2.4 overestimate in one game and 2.4 under in the other game in practice.
Nice. Awesome. We are, as far as I know, we are saving the bees.
Oh, are we?
As far as I know, I will double check on that, but we are saving the bees.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I just need to know by the end of World 3, really.
Okay. How do you even say your name? I don't even know how you say your name.
Just Oryx is fine.
Oryx. Okay, it's just like, looks like an alphabet soup to me.
Yes.
That's what it looks like to me.
That's what backwards Italian will do.
Oh, it's backwards Italian?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Though I don't see Italian very much, so how would I know?
Same.
Checking.
Should be fine. Okay. Going to go ahead and throw you guys to live. Turn on the sound, and you guys should be live. Just give me a countdown whenever you're ready. Just give me 1 second. Actually, I forgot to do something.
Okay.
There we go. Now give me a countdown whenever you're ready.
To start the run?
Yes. No. We're gonna go to. I need a countdown to go to Magical Christmas Land. Yes, I need one for the
Magic
countdown.
Christmas?
Magical Christmas Land. Yes, I need one for the countdown.
Okay. Should I introduce myself? Am I live right now?
Yes,
You
yes, you
appear
are.
to be.
Yes, you are live.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm Oryx, twitch.tv/ORUCSORAIHC. And my commentator here.
I'm Emoji. I will be commentating this run along with Oryx.
And this is Octahedron, any percent. Octahedron is a really glitchless game, so it's perfect for this marathon. I'm just gonna get started in a couple seconds, so I'm gonna get a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Now we start out the run with a difficult cutscene skip.
I don't see
Okay,
anything.
there we go.
Do you not see anything? That might be a problem. Now I see you. Okay. So this is
Do you
a
not see
platformer
anything?
that has mostly vertical
that
levels.
might be a problem.
The main thing that you can do to get around is
Now
you
I
have
see
these
it.
platforms that you
Okay.
can
Yeah,
create.
I see it just fine.
And
So this
the
is
general rule is
a
we want to
platformer
create them
that
quickly, we want to
has
jump off
mostly
them
vertical
quickly,
levels. The
we want
main
to move
thing that you can do to get around is you have these platforms that you can create.
In most
And the general
most
rule
levels,
is we want to create
you'll
them
get
quickly, we
different
want to
numbers
jump
of
off them quickly,
platforms.
and we want
Some-
to move with them quickly.
you'll see 1, see 2, you can see 50. In most, depends on the level. Most levels, this intro you'll get different numbers of platforms. Some you'll see 1, intro. See
and
2,
then
you
in
can see
the one,
50.
which I'm doing right now.
It depends on the level. This intro section, he only gets 1 platform. Pretty basic intro.
And then in 1-1, which I'm doing right now, I have 2 platforms. The basic thing that you want to do in this game to get through the worlds is, first of all, reach the end of every level in the world. It has to be all of them. And 2, to get enough flowers to unlock the bridge at the end of the world. There are 30 flowers in each level, and you need a different number of flowers to unlock every world. For example, World 1, I need 130 total flowers. Extra flowers don't carry over to the next world, so I want to get exactly 130 if I can, because extra flowers waste time with animation. Now,
If you notice the number above his head, that's how many platforms he has left before he can land again.
having that number above your head is a toggleable option in the menu that I think should always be on, but because it's just easiest to notice. But
in this level, you can see these fill blocks. They normally appear blank, and then once you get to the other end of the stage, they'll fill up and become solid.
right here I'm going to do a bit of a precise trick called a pixel jump. Basically, that wall laser or wall electro fence is far less wide than the actual wall of the stage, so we can stand on the wall of the stage to get our platforms back and to use it as a platform without actually getting hit there. One 3 is a really interesting level in that it's one of the few levels we have an intentional damage boost in to get through faster. There is a puzzle at the end of the level where you are supposed to push a block all the way to one side and then another block quite a ways over, but you can skip it by just damage boosting through this wall of lasers, and it saves roughly 15 seconds. One 4 also introduces a new type of platform. These platforms turn on and off every time you make your own platforms. So in this level, it's pretty important to know what parity the platforms have at any given time, whether certain platforms are on and off. it can make the latter parts of the level a lot easier to know that.
Now, there's a pretty precise trick in this level where you can boost jump through the blocks.
That's not going to be relevant until just the very end of the level. Right in this next section, I am going to, right at the very end, instead of going all the way around, just go right through the center there. That's because that block takes quite a few frames. I think the data is 8 or 12 in that range to activate. So during that time, we can actually make it all the way through that block. Right here, I'm going to try a pixel jump again on that section. And then another little place where I can just go right through the block. Now, I'm getting quite a bit of lag here, which is expected on my PC, but that is going to make a couple of things harder.
Yeah, I told you I'd see you. What? I told you I'd see you at 2. That isn't my round. It isn't though, right? Yeah, I'll be back. I'll see you then. I'll be back at 1.
Okay, that was 1.5. So now we're on to 1.6. I have to pay very careful attention to how many flowers I have after 1.5, because if I don't get enough in 1.6, I will have to replay a level, and that actually happened to me in practice. Thankfully, I did have a really quick level to replay. I only need 5 here though, so I should be good in terms of getting them.
1.6 is one of the first levels where you could just pretty much boost jump straight up. Boost jumping is what we call it when you place a platform, then jump from it and place another as quickly as possible.
It's really useful when you have a whole ton of platforms, especially in later levels like 3.5 and 5.5, or even just like 4.1, but it's still useful when you have just a few.
Now going into World 2, you see the first use of the new power-up. Now you can kill things.
Thank goodness.
The bricks, as I call them, can also be used to activate switches, slingshots, all sorts of stuff.
Break through floors, just a ton of different uses.
Now, World 2 in this category is one of the tightest worlds as far as flower counts are concerned. Because of many of the skips that we do, it can be hard to get a good flower count.
Yeah, so this is one where I will go out of my way to get flowers that I might not otherwise get in other worlds. This level introduces the key enemies. You have to kill all 4 of them, and then a door unlocks.
It's also the first level where you get 10 platforms. And that can be very useful for just spamming bricks on top of the keys.
Yeah, they are very difficult to deal with sometimes. Thankfully, they can be killed by just spamming shooting them. Okay, that is about the scariest I've ever done that damage boost. Normally you're supposed to go around that and not get hit twice or even once, but we can just go right through the middle and damage boost to get up much faster. Em, do you want to explain slingshot boosts real quickly?
Now, slingshot boost, if you, well, casually you would just, like, place the brick on top of the slingshot and it'll, shoot you up a set distance. However, if you time your jump properly, you'll go up a lot higher than you're supposed to go.
Right here is a set of 2 flowers that would normally be far too slow to collect, but thanks to that new strat and just the fact that World 2 flowers are generally slower to get, it is fast enough to get in any percent. I do want that as well.
Now you can also hit the slingshot off screen with a brick. And that's how that trick they done a little while ago worked.
Yeah. This level I probably should have explained earlier, but it introduces magnets. So the magnets just pull your platform towards them. You can't surf on it under your control. Instead, it just goes toward the magnet. .25 is a level with, I think, one of the more interesting kind of themes in the game. You have to go all the way around to reach something right next to the start, and then go all the way to the exit. So we start right next to a switch, but we have to go all the way to the top of the level and around over this red stuff. To get to the switch, and the red transparent platforms are blocking the goal, so we can't get to it without unlocking the switch. By activating the switch, they disappear, and we can go through the level again completely differently.
The switch not only blocks your path, but it also, as you can see, blocks some of the enemies that were on the screen. So a lot of things just became a lot more dangerous on the last climb up.
2.6 is a really interesting level, and its big thing is something that both I and the dev wish was used more in the game. These background elements only exist in this level. This is the only level in which you can be in the background behind the foreground. And it's just one of those neat things that only happens once in the game. And there's just a lot of them in this game. Every single level is unique, and running every level is unique. I've done most of the ILs in this game, and they're all really interesting what kind of different ways you can play through them. This is another one of those levels like 2.5 where you start right next to the goal, but the pipe that you need to get through is blocked. So you have to get all the way around through the level to unblock it. To break the blue thing that's stopping the pipe.
This level 2 is good for flowers. One of the only good for flowers levels in World 2.
Yeah, there are quick enough strats to get fairly large numbers of flowers. Like, you can get up to all of the flowers with not too much time loss. Now, that depth doesn't really lose much time, thankfully, but it is annoying. And it does refill my hearts, which is always a bonus. I'd have preferred to die right here, though, because that death warp actually doesn't lose nearly as much time.
Now I see it.
Yeah. Anyways, I need to pay really close attention right now to how many flowers I need in the next level. That's 14, right? I'm doing the math right. 170 minus 156 is 14.
Yes.
Okay, that's one of the scarier numbers. Thankfully, it's still relatively quick to get 14. Might have to go out of my way for a couple. But this just, there's a lot of different skips that you can do if you don't need many flowers. Optimally, you only need like 7 or 8. So needing 14 here is a bit scary, but I think I can manage to pick up enough extras. In fact, I may have already, depending on RNG. That's the other thing that I haven't really mentioned much of. Which flowers actually appear is somewhat RNG. some of them are guaranteed to have some of the light bulbs are guaranteed to have flowers in them, and some of them are guaranteed not to have them, but others it's completely random whether they have them or not. Now I've managed to get 14 there, thankfully. So we're on to World 3. World 3 power-up. You want to explain?
World 3 power-up, your brick has been replaced with a beam. The beam pretty much shoots continually, unlike the brick, which you have to aim. And it could also be used to fill buckets and activate pretty much everything that the brick did in World 2.
The only thing it can't do that the brick did is go forever off screen. The beam does have a limit to how far it can go off screen, which is really unfortunate because there's some things that we'd really like to have an infinite beam for.
But in levels that have things like keys, it becomes infinitely more convenient to have the beam.
Yeah, it's almost trivially easy in comparison to the shot just using the thing. Remembered the strat there.
The hard thing, though, too, is that in this game you're climbing upwards a lot, and most of the enemies are above you, but your beam shoots down.
Yeah. Thankfully, though, you can usually clear the floor. However, sometimes it is inconvenient to have your beam on, especially in this level, 3-2. It introduces these spore enemies that thankfully I haven't gotten too close to yet, but if you get too close to them or hit them with your beam, the enemies will send out what we call spores. Basically, it's just projectiles in every direction and no fun to deal with.
The spores do shoot out in a set pattern, though.
Yeah,
So,
thankfully they're predictable, but they're annoying to deal with. We will see me shoot one off intentionally later to do a quick skip, though. In this upcoming section, we're going to do a kind of a variant on a pixel jump, slightly easier because these plant hitboxes just aren't as large. And we can also take damage off of them. Right there, I just stand on that platform and skip the entire puzzle section of this level. That saves about 5 to 6 seconds, depending. (3-3) is a really fun level with a really big skip that I'm going to need to focus for. So, if you could explain bucket skip.
now, casually in this level, the final bucket, you fill it up, and it puts like all the switches on the screen, and you have to navigate like a huge maze of them. But that's slow, and we're speedrunners. So if you move precisely, you can skip the bucket entirely, and then you're able to just climb
Those
right up
frogs
as if
were
the
in
puzzle
a
didn't exist.
very weird position right there. I'm surprised I still got that. Three 4 is a really chill level. It's really just a rehash of everything you've done before. Just every enemy you've seen. and most of the types of platforms you've seen.
There is one room, however, that casually you're not. It can be difficult to figure out what you're supposed to do.
Thankfully, we just already know the solution to that puzzle, having played through the game, and we also know a faster solution than intended, so that helps as well. And that is right here.
What's a group up?
But now is a good time to remind you that there is a donation incentive for this run coming up very shortly. Save or kill the bees in the 4-1 auto-scroller. It's one of my most favorite things to do, is try to save the bees. It's especially risky on low health. It doesn't lose any time though if I do it well. So hopefully we get to see that. Save versus kill. You still have time if you want to get that in. I just need to know before 4-1, or before the end of this world really, what the totals on that are. I believe currently save is winning, so...
Yes, save is winning by $20, so if you'd like to kill the bees, you need to get in at least $21.
So, 3-5 is the first level where you get 50 platforms and very little floor.
Yeah, so near the beginning I was really just trying to fall down as far as you can without using any platforms, because it's far faster not to land than to land. You just don't have to wait to land. It's pretty risky though. And then all the way up you're just boost jumping.
We get the secret room with the flowers because an extra 30 flowers in about 10 seconds is a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, this world isn't really the tightest on flowers, especially if you do that. But it's just always useful to have more, especially in a marathon setting. Right here, frame perfect. Got it! My goodness. Em, could you explain what I just did while I'm still reeling in the fact that I got a frame perfect trick in a marathon?
Oh, did you do the laser jump thing?
Yes, I did.
Sorry, I'm like way far behind where you are. So, with the laser jump, there are, like only the curly laser portion is dangerous, so it's animation dependent. And what is it, 3 frames?
I thought it was
I think Chris said
different.
it was 3 frames.
I actually had no idea that that was the description, because this whole thing has gone through a lot of we try to figure out what is actually happening, and I've thought that was it a couple times, but it's really uncertain and unclear. It's just really weird. That trick shouldn't theoretically be possible based on just how the game is coded, but somehow we still go for it and get it consistently in runs, so fine by us.
Yeah, well, he also said like the laser itself is solid so that enemies can stand on it and you wouldn't be able to just damage boost through it.
Platform hoarding. This is something that I'm doing right now. Is a technique where you basically set up your laser to kill something while you're already standing on solid ground, so that you have your platform and get it too. And that is going to be very handy right here. You normally only have one platform and you have to puzzle your way through the end of this, but it's much faster. There's one enemy off screen here and one on screen that I'm killing with the laser every time I jump over here. It's one platform that I'm giving up to get two, so it's pretty good trade if you ask me. I'm gaining from it. Multiple platforms every time. Right here, what is that? I need 23 in the next level, so I'm safe to flower dodge here. Flower dodging is a bit difficult and also a bit counterintuitive, but you would think that you always want to be collecting flowers, but especially like when you have enough, you don't want to collect any extra because there is an animation after every level when you collect a flower, just saying basically how many flowers you got. But if you don't collect any flowers, there's no animation, so you just skip it. And you just go right to the next level. I need 23 here, though. So that's... It also doesn't show you how many you have, so that's a bit scary at the end of a world. This and one other level are the only times I do that in this run. That right there is a laser warp, just getting back to the last safe spot that you landed when you hit a laser, and we don't land in a safe spot for a good while. Right here, it's very precise to get up there. You only have a few frames at the top of the jump each time, where making the platform will allow you to do so. But it saves a bit of time if done perfectly. And right here, I am not at the number of flowers I had expected to be at. I shouldn't need more than this, though. That should be 23. Yeah, okay, we're good. World 4 power-up. Very fun, very exciting. Let us know about it.
You get to have a drill, which now you can finally kill things that are on the side of you. But you can also break down chains, like in the introduction room. You can open up like other kinds of switches.
Those bees,
just a very fun
right
thing
there,
to have.
They don't matter as much. They're not in the auto scroller, but I will need to know right about now what the state of the final donation incentive for save versus kill is.
Well, there was no snipes, so we will be saving the bees.
Okay. I lost 16 seconds there because I went too slow in the first half of the level. Thankfully, because we're saving the bees, that means we'll get to see maximum bees.
Nice.
These beehives just spawn a bee at regular intervals. And saving the bees means I just try to dodge them all.
Oh.
And we've reached maximum bees. We saved all of the bees. No bees were harmed in the making of this speedrun. Except for the ones outside of the autoscroller, but don't tell anybody that.
What about all the ones later?
Let's not talk about that either. Okay, so bees may have been harmed in the making of this speedrun, but it's all in the name of going fast. Oh my. Right there, my platform was just too low for those to actually hit into it. M. Tasty.
Now, these plant enemies will eat your platforms. It means pretty much your platform doesn't exist.
To be precise, it exists for exactly 0 frames. So you can't even jump off of it on the frame that you make it, because it literally just doesn't exist. However, the platforms, even though they don't exist, they still do push you up when you're moving upwards the same way that a normal platform would. Which means that right at the end there, if you just make all 5 platforms and they all push you up a very tiny amount, I think it's 5 pixels, Chris said, then you can just go through to the end without going all the way around, and that saves quite a bit of time. 4 to 5 seconds, I think. Now, 4-3 is a bit of a notorious level, especially for me, because my computer is just really bad at running a whole ton of stuff at the same time. And I'm currently trying to run Discord, Streamlabs OBS, and this game all at the same time. So something is going to slow down, and in this level that tends to be this level.
I didn't know this level was a problem.
Yeah, this level tends to lag quite a bit on my PC. It's just got a lot of enemies and stuff shooting from all the way at the bottom of the screen that has to be tracked, so it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like, this level is one of those that can be hard on newer speedrunners because it's pretty much cycle-based, and
normally those are supposed to hit at the square at the end there. The fact that they're not means that there is a significant amount of lag. The fact that I just did that means that there's a significant amount of stupidity right here. And the fact that I didn't break the thing that I needed to break there means about the same thing. Normally, you don't have to go through that again. You can just literally break that and never have to go through it again, which thankfully I will not when I die again.
Yeah, don't forget to open up that thing. Not that you should need it, but...
I already have once, and hopefully I won't again, but in case I do again...
Please don't die.
This is scary because when this section lags, those lasers can hit you through the floors, and it just really hurts when you're standing on what should be a safe spot and get hit anyways. Thankfully, we're safe, but 4-4 is another level where I try to flower dodge, but it's also pretty difficult because there are enemies everywhere in this level. Thankfully, I've managed to avoid it so far, which is better than I can say for literally any of my practice runs.
Yeah, it's one of those levels that, like, is one of the fastest paced levels in any percent, and one of the slowest paced levels in anything that's not any percent.
Yeah, there's just so much to collect out of the way in that level that it turns into just a game of going back and forth in other categories. 4-5 has like 4 big tricks, so I'll try to explain them as they happen. Right here, the first one is we're going to skip this box puzzle. This doesn't really have an official name as far as I'm concerned, but it does save a really quite significant amount of time, and I have never failed it that many times in a row. This right here is the box slip, informally, where you can just slip out from under that box after you break it with your platform. This right here I call the box crush, because you get crushed by the box and then you spawn on the last safe spot. And this up here is the infamous box skip, where I basically have very few frames of leniency on the trick. It saves 14 seconds to slip under that, and I got it, and then I failed it.
Ah.
So, theoretically, I'm supposed to go into the pipe, but I missed the pipe.
Yeah.
So, sad life. Right here, though, I do still have enough hearts to do a laser warp here.
Huh. I just saw your box skip attempt. That looked really weird.
Yeah, I just jumped off of the last platform instead of keeping it cool and not doing so.
Oh, okay.
Right here, I have more than 80 flowers, which means I should be good to finish the world. Really, you can incredibly easily get all 30 in this level and in the last level of the world. So all that matters is 4-7 in terms of how many you actually care to collect. Like, I have gone out of my way to not worry about flowers in this level and still gotten all 30. I'm pretty sure I get like 24 in the IL of this level. But speaking of ILs, there's something about this game that's really relevant for ILs but not for full game, but isn't speedrun related, and that is platform pars. It's a really fun kind of a challenge that we do to try to beat a level in as few platforms as possible. And it's kind of a thing in-game too, where you get a medal if you beat a level any percent and 100% in a specific number of platforms. For this level, I think you have to beat it in under 93. But fun skips exist in a lot of levels that are really useful in speedrunning. That also save a lot of platforms. For this level, however, the trick that saves a lot of platforms isn't in the speedrun, just because A, it's slow, B, it requires extra power-ups that are slow to get.
It is pretty cool though. Plus,
Yeah.
you like almost have the former world record for par with that one trick. Went from, what was it, like 62 or something, I forgot,
Yeah.
to 36.
As opposed to the 93 you're expected to be using in that level. So yeah, you can just destroy some of those platform pars. 4-7 is invisible platforming. I thought for a second that 4-7 was 4-8, but no, it's 4-7. And I forgot to check.
4-7 is 4-7. Who'd have known?
Yeah, turns out that numbers are themselves. Who would have thunk?
The invisible platforms will light up once you use one of your own platform.
And thankfully, we're using a lot of our own platforms in this level, so we don't have to worry about it, but it's still helpful to have it sort of memorized where you need to go in the level. 153. Do the math for me, because I messed up the math on exactly this level. in my practice run, and I had to replay 4-4.
How many do you have?
153 out of 170. Just want to check to make sure that's
27 or actually,
is it 27? Because I made exactly the same mistake I thought it was 23 that I needed when it was 13 in my practice run.
it's 17.
Okay,
Sorry,
good
I'm
to know.
dumb.
I tried to do a dumb backup strat there when I fell, and I failed. That is the most precise pixel jump in the game as far as we know. But I only need 17 here. So that much shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, you could get flowers here pretty easily too.
Yeah, generally you get all 30, but because we only need as many as we need, we're only going to try to get that many. Right here, there's another little platform horde there to just skip going around. Also going to skip those flowers because I get one right there, and that brings me up to a total of 17 already. Oh no. Fell there.
Oh, no.
That's difficult to time, especially if you just make the wrong cycle, you're not doing it well. Okay. Right here, thanks to Christerius for finding that strat to move that enemy into place quickly because it's really finicky. On how far you have to go and whether you need to move it back or not, but that strat is seemingly 100% consistent in moving that to where it needs to be. Okay. Crisis averted, we have enough flowers. So now we get the infinity haha, debated.
Oh no.
That's the icosahedron. It's got 20 sides and is actually an icosahedron in shape. And it's going to come back later. But we don't actually get anything new or any upgrades in this world. Enemies, however, kind of do.
Yeah, World 5
We've got the big boys, we've got the big bullies. Scientific names, by the way.
World 5 is definitely the hardest in the game.
Okay, this cycle is really hard to get. Okay, I think I've made it. That cycle loses 16 seconds if you miss it, and you only have 3 seconds of leniency for the entire level, so it's really important to get and is really far towards the end of the run. But that is one of the more recent things that we've been going for, and it's just incredibly precise. Not doing the IL strats this time.
Unfortunately, getting that cycle makes flower counting a lot harder for the rest of the run.
Yeah, this world doesn't have a large number of flowers in the way. You'd think, though, from the first 3 levels that there should be plenty. But unfortunately, the last level kind of breaks that or the 4th level kind of breaks that pattern, and because of that, I'm going to get those that I normally would potentially skip.
That is already tomorrow.
It's possible in theory to make that cycle and also get 27 or more flowers. But in practice, it's basically impossible.
Now this level introduces these bubbles that you can bounce on. If you bounce off of it, it'll give you your platform back, and it doesn't matter which direction you touch it, it'll still give you your platform back.
Take that down in whatever notepads you have, because we'll use that later. There's also something you can do called a bubble boost, where you jump on the same frame, I think it is, that you bounce off of a bubble, and it adds the momenta together. But if you get it on the wrong frame, it will cancel the boost and only give you the jump momentum.
It is fun to do, though.
Incredibly fun to do. And it makes the platform par strats for that level actually insane. I think a tool-assisted super play was done by a Chinese runner by the name of JSL that did the entire level only using 11 platforms. Okay, not okay. Very not okay.
Not okay.
Just hitting into the Bhaskara's reels.
Oh. Yeah, this level can be a bit of a pain because of the cycles that these things go on.
By the way, can you see any of the marathon chat? Is there anyone talking? Asking questions?
Last thing that was said was debated after
Nice.
icosahedron and comment about the big bullies.
Yeah, those are scientific names. They're not official names, they are scientific names. And that is actually exact words from the dev. This is the reason why
comment.
Hitting those...
Everyone is asleep and I'm hungry.
I'm going to agree with you on all but one of those fronts. I am not asleep, Em is not asleep, and there is still someone in the lobby from which I am streaming this, who is also not asleep.
So yeah, remember when I told you how these bubbles worked? Now
Yeah.
you get to abuse their properties.
Hitting them from the bottom turns out to be a bit overpowered in this level, where you can skip like 6 out of the 7 sections, or 5 out of the 6 sections, or something like that. You can skip a large portion of the level. Ooh. This might be rough. My flower count here was not great. You can get up to 15 flowers in there. It wasn't the worst, thankfully. You can get as low as like 6. That level's really RNG heavy in terms of how many flowers you get, but I do need 22 here. Thankfully, there are routes to get almost any number of flowers you could possibly need, up to 30.
Yeah, 22 is fully manageable in this level.
Yeah, it's 100% doable to get that.
Well, any number up to 30 is.
Yeah. It's literally impossible to get more than 30, though.
Now, this is one of the levels where the dev actually drew out the layout on paper.
Got 24 there, so that should be more than enough. Unless I've miscounted again. No, we're good. Okay, so World 5 power-up stage. And I clicked away from the game very briefly. We can choose. Do we want to go to the power-up? Okay, do we want to go to the goal then? Guess I can't. So yeah, you can't go to either. It's faster to just hit the octahedron on the bottom. The bottom of the octahedron, just doing that will immediately start the end animation, which I did right at the beginning there. Now right here, I'm actually holding right because I am controlling the character here. And the end of this section is on the right side of the screen. So you can move towards the right and actually move closer to that. And that's one of those little minor time saves that's really obscure knowledge. As well as a lot of the time saves in this upcoming world. This is the X world. Here we go. I'm gonna need a bit of focus, so I'll let M explain the kind of basic mechanics behind the levels.
Basic mechanic behind the X world is now you have infinite platforms. If you notice, there's no number on his head anymore. They're pretty much remixed versions of a couple of levels from previous worlds. There's no flowers in the X world, and the bulbs that you previously broke that turned into flowers are now enemies that chase after you and are very fast.
And can be very annoying.
But fortunately, we still have our drill, we have infinite platforms, we have our beam. And most of these levels are extremely quick, but they can be kind of hard.
Yeah, especially to go really fast. Basically, the end of this run is like running all 8 of these ILs in a row. Because you don't need to worry about collecting anything. The only thing you need to worry about is actually beating the levels. That's another quick time save I just did. When you're on the map screen, if you hit the change platforms button or the next platform button, you will move to the next world. And that saves about 5 seconds towards the end of this run. Unfortunately, you can't do it unless you've unlocked the next world, which would have been a really hilarious oversight, but thankfully for the integrity of the game, it does not happen.
What, you don't want to beat the game in 4 minutes?
You would still need to beat the entirety of World 5 to reach the end.
True, pure, any percent?
The other thing about these is, again, it's slower to land, pretty much always, than to not land. But also not landing means not having any last safe spot where you landed that's nearby. Which can be very dangerous in the case where you hit into an electro fence or a laser in this world. Right here, quick lesson. It's faster to take that slingshot than it is to boost jump. Just very slightly. So current world record holder, Christerius, mark that down because you're doing that wrong and slow. Oh my. Barely missed that cycle. It's really tight to get though. I want to play this safe, but I also want to go fast. I'm at a dilemma.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty common dilemma. Especially when you have only one heart.
Yeah. This is a level where that whole thing about not landing is going to come back with a vengeance because there are about 1,000 ways to get hit that will not that will make you respawn at your last safe spot. But also it's really vertical, so you can basically just boost jump all the way up without landing. So let's hope I don't get hit. Should be good now. X39, the bane of our collective existences. This is the hardest level in the speedrun, strictly speaking.
Yeah, one of the hardest levels in the game in general.
It's really easy to die unexpectedly here, hence why I took that slow. That laser can be in a weird cycle and actually hit you while you're going through there. And especially at the end, it's easy to get hit accidentally when you're trying to go too fast. IL strats are actually insane in this run.
You could say that about most levels, to be honest.
Right there I had to wait a bit because the lasers are tilted in a way such that if you jump off of them while they're pointed up, instead of going right past them like you do in the regular world version of the level, you will actually get hit by them.
So now that that's done, these levels aren't too bad.
Well, 4-1 is a bit scary, but it's not quite as bad. Safety at 1 heart, always. This section is a bit weird to go through with 1 heart when you really don't want to die. But we're out of there. And then X44 is just really a wind down before the final level. You basically just boost jump all the way up. And you can finish it in theoretically under 30 seconds, but practically always it's about 31 if you do it perfectly. Now this is the final level. which we are promptly going to restart. The reason for that is it normally takes a really long time for the boss to spawn into that level, but if you restart the level, it'll happen right away. This is the final boss of the game. It's the icosahedron. What a surprise. Now, because we still have infinite platforms, we really don't care about any of the actual platforms in this level. We can always just stay on our own. This boss takes something like, I want to say 390 or so hits total, maybe 430-ish. I'm not certain on the exact HP of the boss, although I did try to count once. This first phase that it's going through right now is a bunch of random patterns, but it always gives the same first set of patterns. It's pretty predictable at the beginning, but as it goes on, there gets to be a bit more RNG every time. And now we've cut down enough health to enter the second phase. In this phase, it starts also spawning enemies. So we're not going to be too concerned about that, seeing as we're going through this pretty quickly vertically. So the enemies, and especially considering we're not landing on almost any of the platforms, the enemies almost don't concern us at all.
Yeah, only thing though, sometimes it'll spawn like bees or the light bulb enemies, which can be a little annoying. Or the viruses, if you don't kill them right away and they're above you. But it's... we've played the game enough that it's hardly a big deal.
Yeah. I think M is actually the only person on record to have recorded a no-hit fight of this boss, which is absolutely insane. Right now we've hit it into its third phase. At this point it becomes invincible and starts shooting arrows at you. The first 7 automatically dodge you, but after that it is random and you will have to dodge them. It is really funny though, because we didn't know about the first 7 dodging you at the beginning of when we were first running this. That took some insight from the dev. And afterwards, we always remark on how funny it is that we always used to get hit by some of those first 7 quite a bit. Anyways, time is coming up right about as soon as I finish off right about now. Time. So that run, unfortunately, was a bit slower than I would have liked it to be. A 108.41 in-game time.
It happens.
It's not too bad. Your run was, well, pretty good estimate.
Yeah.
Like it's better to be close by like a minute or 2 over or under than like super under.
Yeah.
For scheduling.
Anyways, we're still really ahead of schedule, right?
For about
We are,
3-ish
3
minutes. 3-ish minutes.
Okay.
Though, depending on how long it takes to get this set up, we might be behind. But
it
real
shouldn't
quick, we're
take
going
me
to,
too long.
Yeah. Real quick, we're going to swap restreamers. But I do want to, if you guys weren't looking at me and Piku's silliness in the chat, we are supporting Go Rescue, a nonprofit organization to help support a nonprofit organization that helps out homeless dogs recover and find new homes. If that's a charity you think you'd like to support, you can use !donate and help out the charity again. Like I said, the nonprofit. So that means any donations that you guys send in really helps out. Really helps them out. Anyway,
Could you link the Discord real quick?
Oh yes.
Okay.
When to hit on for doing some changing of restreamers.
Okay.
Here's the Discord for the game, and if playing the game interests you, here's the Steam link.
It's really cool. Definitely recommended. Thank you guys for watching this run, and I suppose we'll be right back.
Oh, it's still on